Hey there everybody, today I'm going to talk about Ranko Tsukigime's Longest Day. Ranko Tsukigime's Longest Day is part of the Short Piece collection. The other short pieces bundled within are Japanese animated short films, with Ranko Tsukigime's Longest Day being the only video game present. The game is indeed a short piece, certainly less than an hour to play the entire way to the credits. Of this, there are a bunch of animated scenes which make up a significant portion of the experience. Gameplay only actually takes place during about half of the length of the piece. This seems fitting as it was conceived as a showcase of Japanese animation, and what gameplay there is exciting and stylish. The game's story was written by Suda51, a prominent game designer who fronted the development of such fascinating works as Killer 7 and No More Heroes. Suda51's signature style can definitely be felt in the wild world that the game takes place in. The game begins with a cutscene showing the title character Ranko Tsukigime heading to her high school, and also introduces her two friends Moeko and Kurara. Ranko is invited to go sing karaoke with her two friends, but she declines their offer. The next scene shows Ranko returning to her strange home at the end of the day, and also provides a monologue where Ranko herself explains her mission. Her mission? To avenge her mother by killing her dad, the head of an enormous organization. During the first half of the game, Ranko herself is cool, calm and collected while she goes about her assassination mission. The world of the game is strange at first, for sure, but it takes until roughly the halfway mark for things to just disintegrate into surreal chaos. As the world, and the plot, becomes increasingly strange, Ranko herself is pushed out of her comfort zone, and she becomes the one out of her depth with the ridiculous goings-on within the city. The plot develops in strange directions, and nothing is ever really explained, even at the game's conclusion. I don't think the plot was designed with any purpose besides being surreal and eclectic, and in that sense it works well when taken as a whole with the other aspects of the experience. Honestly, the whole short piece compilation was conceived as something of an animation showcase, so the visual presentation of Ranko Tsukigime's Longest Day is perhaps its strongest asset in this regard. The game definitely has some impressive style to it. The art absolutely fits in with the narrative, and the visuals of each of the cutscenes changes dramatically throughout the game. I really enjoyed the soundtrack, which was funky electronic music during the gameplay segments. The sound effects were crisp and exciting. During the various cutscenes, the soundtrack differed greatly from light alt-rock to rousing orchestral arrangements depending upon the animation style of each particular scene. The voice acting was fitting. Each character was voiced by one of two different voice actors, which is interesting. However, the English subtitles were often slightly out of sync with the events on screen, occasionally appearing a moment before a new line of dialogue began. This wasn't a huge issue though, nothing more than a minor frustration. As a showcase of animation, Ranko Tsukigime's Longest Day excels. It has some top-notch presentation. Frankly, the primary reason to play the game is to appreciate the audio-visual aspects of the game, as this is where the game most excels. In terms of gameplay, the interactive segments play out like a side-scrolling runner game. Levels are usually a mad dash to the goal, but there are also two boss levels which change up the gameplay during these segments quite a bit. I enjoyed the gameplay. It's simple but controls well, and it's very satisfying to breeze through the levels. The gameplay is fluid and exciting. There are only 10 levels interspersed between the impressive animated cutscenes however, so there isn't a huge amount of variety. I do feel that the quantity of these segments suits the length of the experience overall quite well. The only game-defined replayability comes in the form of unlockables, though these are predominantly pieces of concept art and alternate player skins hidden throughout the running stages. There's some added length in attempting to collect all of these, but it's not likely to increase time spent with the game by much. The gameplay is in essence stylish but simplistic action to break up the cutscenes, but I can't really fault it for that when it's this enjoyable on its own. It's not doing anything innovative or novel, but the game's overall fantastic presentation fosters the pretty enjoyable experience. Ranko Tsukigime's Longest Day is well worth experiencing if you have any interest in Japanese culture, especially considering the 4 other short films bundled with the physical copy are also well worth your time. It's a short piece indeed, but it's also a great piece, entertaining and exciting in gameplay, and visually spectacular outside of it. And that's what Ranko Tsukigime is, a showcase of the glorious spectacle of Japanese animation. Enjoy it.
お後がよろしいようで。